What's up guys, it's Kelly and today I am partnering up with Picture Polish to bring you another swatch and review. So today we have the second half of their new summer shades. I recently did a video which I will link up in the cards so you guys can check it out for their creams in this collection. So they just released a bunch of creams and then a few shimmer slash crellies, and today we're going to be reviewing the shimmer slash crellies, which I'm so excited about. I mentioned in the last video, I don't know if you guys remember, that when I got this collection in the mail I was like blown away because these colors just, I don't even know how to explain it. They just inspired me so much. I'm really excited. We have a few collaboration shades and then we just have some beautiful all around shades, and they're perfect for honestly any time of year. So let me just show you the swatches. So as always, I am using base coat underneath all of my swatches just to protect my natural nail. As always, I will be linking it in the description. First up in this collection, we have the shade Pinky, which is a bright neon nail polish that has a very subtle holographic shimmer as well as little hollow flakes in it. And wow, this one was so opaque. When I put on the first coat, I was honestly like, this is a one coater. I didn't even feel like I needed another. I did throw on a second coat just to show you guys what that looks like, but honestly I was super impressed with this one. Picture Polish usually does Crellies with this type of formula with the little hollow and flecks in it, but this one was a full coverage color and I am so impressed with it. I want a whole collection of neons with this because it is so beautiful and the formula was so nice. Next up we have the shade Ariel, which is a beautiful aqua blue nail polish that has again that scattered holographic shimmer in it as well as the little hollow flecks in it. This is another one that has a similar formula as the first shade. It was a little bit more sheer. I did end up having to do 2 coats for full coverage, but just another beautiful shade, really amazing formula and such a nice bright color. Honestly, when I first saw this, I was obviously thinking like super summery manicure, super awesome, but I could see this being worn any time of year, and I also feel like this could be used for a lot of nail art because it's just a really beautiful color and it looks so nice on the nail. Next up we have Triton, which is a really rich blue shade that has the holographic shimmer in it as well as gold hex glitters, and this is an acrylic-like formula, which means it's just a touch sheer, but you could also build it up to full coverage, and because of that the gold hex glitters can kind of take on a bluish hue to them, so it gives it a lot of depth and it looks really beautiful. I did get full coverage in 2 coats and I just love the way that those hex glitters look. I think it's such a pretty color and I feel like I'm going to totally wear this a lot in the winter, even though it's pretty bright and summery too. Next up we have the shade Ziggy, which is a really bright, almost neon fuchsia shade that again has those little holographic shimmers in it as well as gold hex glitters, and wow, this one was definitely my favorite of this collection. I think it is so bright and fun. This one in particular is a collaboration with Claire Estelle, who is an Instagrammer nail artist that I am totally obsessed with, so I'm just really excited to have her polish in general. I did get full opacity in 2 coats and I love the way that the gold hex glitters show through. It did end up being a little bit of a matte finish just because of that neon sort of color, so I did end up having to throw on a top coat just because I wanted to show you guys what that would look like as a finished manicure, but I am totally in love with how it ended up and I think it's such a beautiful color, and yeah, totally gonna wear it a lot. And last up in this collection we have the shade Faith, which is a super light blue, almost white milky sort of color that again has those little holographic flecks in it as well as blue and black hex glitters, and this one was so much fun. I really love this. I think it's so exciting. There were a lot of hex glitters in it, but they're super easy to move around. You don't need to do anything particularly special. You can just apply it as normal and then each nail kind of turns out a little bit different and it makes it really exciting. I ended up with 2 coats because I like the way it looks with that sort of partially sheer feel to it, but you can totally throw on 3 coats if you want to do that. Because of all the glitters, it did end up drying a little bit lumpy, so again I just wanted to show you guys what that looked like with regular top coat on it, and I think it's just a beautiful completed manicure. And sometimes these kind of Crellies look like nail art even though you don't even have to do anything, just because each nail looks slightly different. So yeah, those are the polishes. Honestly, I do not think my swatches do them justice. They are so much prettier in person and there's just so much going on with each one. I love the Picture Polish creams, don't get me wrong, but there is something about their other shades, like their Crellies and their shimmers, that just have so much depth to them, because it's not like a one-dimensional sort of where they just like throw a glitter into a cream. They have so many different working pieces that come together to create the nail polish, and that's just something I totally admire about the brand. So really excited about these ones. I think they're absolutely gorgeous and I think they work for any time of year. So these polishes are available on the Picture Polish website, which I will link down below, as well as as a ton of international retailers, which I'll also link down below if you guys are interested, so you can check that out. But yeah, that is it for this review. Let me know in the comments which one's your favorite, or if you have another Picture Polish shade that is your favorite, because you guys know me, there are a lot that I love. If you enjoy my swatch and reviews, please give this one a thumbs up so I know. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing, because why not, right? But yeah, that's it. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye! Okay, so fun fact, this is another reading related one. Sorry that seems to be like what I'm very focused on lately, but I've been doing a ton of reading lately. So it kind of dawned on me last night that I never reread books. Like, I never reread them. There are books that I have rated 5 stars out of 5, and I just don't reread them, which I think is actually really weird. And a part of me like always is like, oh, I want to experience that story again. Then another part of me is like, why would I waste my time reading a story I've already read when I can use that time to read a new story? So I like never ever reread stories. I haven't even reread Harry Potter, which I feel like is a very popular thing for people around my age to be rereading, but yeah, no, I never reread books, which is another reason why I love using the library instead of buying books, because there would literally be no point for me to have books laying around. Honestly, I would love to have like a ton of books that I love, but I know I would never reread them, so I don't spend the money on them. Yeah, okay, that's it. I'll switch to you later. Bye!